Welcome back. We want to give you a live look now at this map showing the active tsunami alerts around the Pacific Ocean. Specifically, that's around the Pacific Ocean. We also showed you Hawaii. But we want to give you some context on these tsunami concerns because you'll see these stories on your social feeds all morning. So we want to bring in Dr. Stephan Grilli. He's a distinguished professor of ocean engineering at the University of Rhode Island. Thank you and good morning to you, Dr. Grilli. Help us understand the level of seriousness. Are we now past the point of maximum tsunami danger? And if so, what risk is left for Hawaii and the U.S. West Coast?
Well, we don't know yet if the brunt of the tsunami has passed by. It could create waves for up to 24 hours, so we still need to be careful. But in Hawaii, they have downgraded the alert, so they're fairly confident probably that the main waves have reached Hawaii, but the tsunami continues its way towards other areas, particularly also South America. It has also impacted California. Some areas in Northern California, like Crescent City, have seen up to 6 foot of flooding.
And, you know, I think it may be challenging for people as well to really comprehend the size of what truly is a global event. 8.8 is a massive magnitude. Put that into context for us and perhaps compare it to previous earthquakes we may be familiar with. It's a massive amount of force.
Right. So the most recent largest quake was in Japan in 2011. It was magnitude 9. And so this one is quite close to that level. But in 1964, Alaska was hit by magnitude 9.3, 9.4. The magnitude is not really a scale of 10. When you go up in magnitude by 1, you actually go up in energy by 33. So going from 8.8 to 9.3 was probably about 10, 15 times more energy. But this one in Kamchatka, 8.8 is up there with some of the largest quakes in the region. It is an enormous amount of energy that's released by the movement of the seafloor, and that seafloor is moving the water. And then the water propagates all over the ocean, in this case, the Pacific Ocean.
That's right. As those numbers increase, it's an exponential jump in the amount of energy released from the Earth. What are some of the other risks? Of course, people think of water rushing ashore, flooding. But for people who live along coastal communities like the U.S. West Coast, what risks will exist for the next 12 to 24 hours?
Right. So the main risk is going to be strong currents, particularly in harbors and marinas, any kind of narrow river mouths. So you have to be very careful because even with a little bit of elevation, the tsunami moves a lot of water in and out multiple times. We've seen that in 2011, Crescent City suffered millions of dollars of damage by boats breaking off their anchors and hitting each other and so forth. The situation today could repeat itself in Crescent City, but also in many other ports and marinas along the West Coast.
Yeah, that's an important warning, and folks should stay on alert. There's still the risk of aftershocks, which can also carry their own power. Dr. Stephan Grilli, we appreciate you joining us from Rhode Island this morning.